Good afternoon, this is Peter Louise from live in Blackpool, and we're currently at the Pit Stop Cafe here in South Shore, and we're joined with Sarah and Bill. And Sarah and Bill are going to explain all about the Pit Stop Cafe, and it's a bit more than a cafe. But before we get to that, congratulations on being the Coastal Radio Business Award winner. What a lovely evening that was, and I've got to say, what made the night for me wasn't only winning the award for us, was the impromptu singing on stage.
Yes.
What made you go up on stage?
So, as a group on my table were there, the singer was on, and I've gone, he's singing a duet and he's on his own. And the guys on the table were like, go on Sarah, just go do it, you know you want to. So off I trot onto the stage and just asked him if I could politely sing with him, and he was like, yeah, go for it.
Ian Hoop is great. I mean, I'm going to cut into that. I've got the footage at home actually.
Okay.
So I'm going to play it now.
Okay.
So we've just seen it, okay. So tell us about the cafe.
So South Shore Pit Stop Cafe was originally Waterloo Coffee Shop, or Waterloo Road Coffee Shop, and I came here to work for somebody else in the February of 23. It became apparent very quickly that there was a big need for a community, a safe hub, a space where people could feel they could offload their issues or just come in for a coffee and a chat. And in the August of 23, myself and my husband, we purchased the lease off of the previous owner, and then I put my mark. I made my mark and I pushed hard.
And I've noticed it's multi-award winning. It's not just last week you won the award, you've won previous awards as well.
We have, yeah. So obviously we won the Coastal Radio Corporate Social Responsibility Award, to which, I'm not going to lie to you, came as a huge shock, because I really didn't think it was going to come to ourselves. We were nominated last year for the New Business Awards, so it was a huge shock. And then, so when we won it, it was, I think I actually said it on stage, I think I just about passed out, because I did stand up and then sit back down again, and before I knew it, Bill was practically at the stage before I got to me.
It got one of the biggest roars off the night, didn't it, Louise? We were sat there and we watched you go up, and the amount of people that jumped up and celebrating, punching the air. It was brilliant to see. I don't even think I saw that. I look back on the videos and I can see and hear the applause and the shouting, but in that moment, You're caught up in it.
I was just so caught up in the emotions of trying not to cry, because it really did mean an awful lot to us. But yeah, that we're not just winners of the Coastal Radio. We have won Tia's Crown Mental Health Business Champion, so that was held in Fleetwood just a short few weeks ago, and again we were nominated. We had no idea we were nominated, and from what I can understand from that one, it wasn't a voting process, it was based on independent judging. So blew us away, and we've won the Solo Parents United Directors' Choice Award. So we were nominated for great organisation and best venue, and we didn't win either one of them. But it wasn't. It was fine. It was, you know.
Sometimes it's nice to be.
But to be nominated for the awards, we were absolutely blown away.
Yeah.
But then we actually won the final award, which was the Director's Choice Award.
Brilliant.
And that itself it just goes to show the appreciation. And then we won the first award was Far Kids Foundation Retail and Hospitality Award.
I mean, it's all justified awards because people are obviously voting because what you do is amazing, not only for the community but for Blackpool as well. I mean, it's situated near the promenade, and is the footfall from the promenade okay? Do you get lots of people?
We do, and I ask pretty much every customer that comes through the door, can I ask why you've come here?
Yes.
And majority of customers are saying that the found us on Google and our ratings are good, but they've come because it's the reviews themselves and what's being said, and they want to experience that warm home from home feeling.
I did notice that when I walked in there. This is our first time we've been to your cafe, and we actually walked in and we actually felt at home, and that makes a difference when you go to a cafe or any restaurant. You've got to be made to feel welcome, which is equally important. The size of these cups are huge.
Proper cappuccino.
Can I just say, you actually allow dogs in, which is absolutely fantastic.
We do.
So if you're taking the dog for a walk, you can go and actually have a coffee.
I think we treat the dogs. They are so spoiled. We have dog treats in the back. We have dog bowls, so we do cappuccinos.
I noticed that on your actual menu.
Yeah, we have an actual doggy menu. Yeah. So rice and chicken. On a Sunday when we do our Sunday dinners, we actually offer a doggy Sunday dinner as well.
Wow, I don't know any
This is all part of the menu. The menu itself, they've got the puppuccino, so you can have
a puppuccino.
It's like a doggy.
I'm going to take our son's dog here then.
Yeah, we do like a pup cup, which is just the cream, but then we do the puppuccino, which has got cream and bacon and sausage in and underneath it, and the dogs truly do love the puppuccinos. But because we focus and push around sort of mental health, anxiety, safe space, warm space, dogs are therapeutic, and a lot of people don't actually leave their home without their dog, and they need to be able to go somewhere with their dog, so therefore
feel safe.
Yes,
therapy dogs are a big thing in people's lives.
I mean, post-COVID, I've noticed a lot of dogs are becoming, therapy dogs and supporting people, which is a wonderful thing. So, I mean, you don't just serve coffee, you serve food as well.
We do.
Serve food. So tell me about your breakfast.
So we have our standard small, well, I say standard, we do a small breakfast, that's £6, 1 bacon, 1 sausage, 1 egg, hash brown. You get the choice of fried bread or spam. You get the choice, and it's butchers, and you get the choice of peas or tomatoes and a slice of toast. Then we can go up to the next size breakfast, which is the large, and then we have our mega, our belly buster. But we also do a belly buster challenge, which is huge. We tend to do them for charity. So if we're looking to do a charity event, we will ask our locals if they're interested in doing the challenge.
So tell us about the belly buster challenge, because I know there's a few people watching this which would be interested in taking on that challenge.
Okay, so £40 to enter.
Yep.
And if you win, you get your £40 back, but generally if we're doing it for charity, they will donate that back into charity. It is the size of 3 of our belly busters, so it's 9 bacon, 9 sausage, 6 hash browns, 6 slices of fried bread, 6 spam, beans, tomatoes, mushrooms, black pudding, potato cakes, pancakes, chips, bread and butter, toast, and a fruit juice, water, and a hot drink.
How can you go for a
Has anybody completed that task?
No, not yet.
So, if you're watching this, that's a challenge. The Belly Buster at Pit Stop Cafe, £40. No one's done it yet. You've been open 2 years?
It'll be 2 years on the 1st of August.
2 years, no one's done it. So, all the YouTubers watching this, challenge,
definitely. It was introduced from Katie, who is our cafe manager. She's 21. She was doing her level 3 food production apprenticeship, and she had to think of a project that would benefit the cafe and bring a new foot flow. And she came up with the idea of the challenge. So yes.
Absolutely amazing.
You have quite a lot of apprentices. You've got an apprentice room for you at the moment.
Yeah, so we want to be able to give the opportunity to those that wouldn't necessarily be given opportunities. As a brand new business, we actually came in with very, very little money. We purchased the lease, and I had just a little bit left, and I was like, it's either going to make us or break us, and it is what it is. We very quickly took on Katie and kept her on as an apprentice, and then we took Amy on as our apprentice in September. They both passed their apprenticeships with distinctions across the board. We currently have Lewis with us, who is looking at his apprenticeship. We do work experience with learning needs, so additional needs such as severe autism, Down syndrome, mobility issues. So we've got Charlie in at the moment. They come in for a few hours per week, and it gives them the opportunity to be able to gain some fundamentals in the hospitality trade, as well as customer service.
Sorry, don't worry about it. Don't worry. It's live. What do you think of the cafe? While you're on camera?
Lovely owners as well.
There you go. And have you tried the Belly Buster yet?
No, because I've been too busy working.
Will you try it?
I will try it one day, yes.
Good lad.
Yeah, we believe that the people need to be given an opportunity. So we are not just, like you say, not just a cafe, we're neurodiverse. So autism, ADHD, learning disabilities. We will nurture and nourish each individual to their specific needs and help them sort of flourish into what they can actually achieve. So we've worked extremely hard. We do have a sign which has been done locally from one of the local independent businesses that actually says welcome, and it has neurodivergent superstars working there.
What's your background before you became involved in a restaurant, cafe?
So we moved to Blackpool 16 years ago. We wanted to better our lives for our children, and I think we've managed to do that.
Where have you moved from?
I'm originally from West Yorkshire.
West Yorkshire?
From Bradford.
Bradford.
Don't always admit that one, but yes.
Where's Bill from?
Scotland.
Yeah, from Scotland. Which part of Scotland? Fife. My best pals from Dunfermline.
Not far.
Keevan.
Oh, I don't know where that is. That near Dunfermline?
Yeah, it's not far.
So you're a Fifer. Dave is a Fifer. So
We'll have to bring Dave down.
definitely. Yeah. So you're from Dunfermline. So you're from Dunfermline. Oh, brilliant.
So,
yeah, that's good.
Yeah, we moved here. We wanted a better life. In West Yorkshire, I've always wanted to work within sort of child protection, domestic violence.
Yes.
I did work as a volunteer with the Crown Courts, magistrates courts, and worked in domestic violence as a volunteer. But I wanted to take every case home with me, and you soon realise that you can't take every case home with you.
You can't, unfortunately. That's a sign of caring, though.
Very much so. Very
Dedication
much so.
and caring.
And then when we moved here, I went into care, and I was an outreach worker in the community. Did that for a while, and then there was some family sort of issues which meant it sort of affected my mentality a little bit, and I couldn't give the true care that each service user required, so I left that job, and for some strange reason,
Your accountant.
oh right, can you tell her I'll ring her back shortly? For some strange reason.
Don't worry, it's alive. It's live. We're on a street. It's live. Things are happening. And that's the beauty of it. And we're not going to edit any of this.
No.
If that's okay.
No, it's
we're going to
absolutely
keep it all in. This is the beauty of a live broadcast.
Yeah.
So we'll
We're
just
just going to roll with it.
Go roll with it, we don't mind.
just roll with it. But what you just said to me has really touched me. That's an amazing story, and I hope people back home are appreciative of everything that you do. So I mean,
I've got to remember that, you know, the cafe is a cafe, it is a community hub, it is a business. I can't spend every single day here, but I do. I should go home, but I don't.
so you're open 7 days a week?
7 days a week. These two that are coming in now, I'll get them to come round this way a little bit.
You give a chat if you want.
They are two of our
Nothing to worry about.
major ambassadors of the
Are
cafe,
they?
and if you were to ask Marjorie outright what the cafe means to her, I can tell you now without her hearing me, she will probably say it's her happy place.
Marjorie,
Marge,
hello.
Hiya.
Would you like to be on camera for a second? We're live.
You're
come
live.
closer.
Just come
Come and
round
stand here, look,
If you come
Marjorie.
right here,
Barry, are you coming
Barry,
round?
you have to
No,
come
I'm
out.
not coming on.
You can if you want to. Marjorie,
Just go
I
right
know
with
your
Barry.
name.
Yes, you should have told you.
What do you think of the cafe, Marjorie? I know you're a great supporter. I'm sorry, what's your name?
This is my husband Barry.
Barry. What do you think of the cafe?
We think we couldn't do without it. We couldn't do without it.
Always busy.
It's always, that's good, isn't it?
It is.
What's so special about this cafe that makes you want to come most days?
Because it's not just a cafe.
Okay.
You can come here if you feel sad, or if something's worrying you, or anything. It's there for you.
Company.
You
That's
It's a big
amazing.
thing, isn't it?
Honestly, this is amazing. to
You
see.
can laugh, you can cry, you can, you know, be yourself. But mostly it's a happy place.
That's what it is. That's what you said. That's
My
what
happy
you said.
place. But it's always also the place, if I feel down, I come here, sit, and then I go home, I'm happy.
And you get a chat.
Yeah, about funny things or anything.
A problem shared is a problem apart.
That's so
And
true.
you love,
They would.
you love.
And Phil.
They'll tell you what you get up to.
Oh, we won't say live on camera what you get
You've
up
got to
to.
tell us secrets, Marjorie.
No, Bill's best.
Bill, what does she get up to, Bill? You can
Barry.
Barry, that's Barry. That's
sorry,
Barry.
sorry. That's Bill.
Barry, what
and
do
Barry.
What do we do?
Spill the beans, Barry.
What do we get up to in the cafe, Barry? Do you remember?
It's not.
You're not able to know. What state goes on in the capital?
I like that. What happens in there stays in there.
And you've got the doctors now, haven't you?
I have.
So
Oh, they're at home. I've got some nipple tassels as well.
Oh,
Nipple
what's that?
tassels.
that's a good story,
Oh, I
isn't
see.
it?
That's a good story. I hope you know this is going live.
Yeah, it's going live. You're absolutely live on the camera.
Oh,
Nipple tassels.
yeah, well, Cody had them on.
It sounds like a lively
What
cafe.
colour are your nipple tassels?
Red.
Red.
Yes.
So it was Christmas 2 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Very
And
burlesque.
we opened up Christmas Day, and there were 32 of us in the cafe, of anybody that would have been on their own or that was in a vulnerable state. And we had 3-course meal, but we made it fun. And Marjorie had been going on about, you know, nipple tassels and big
As you
boots
do.
and outfits.
Did you
And
get on
stuff.
the-
Hi, Brian.
Brian, come here.
wearing the
Oh, what's
cafe
your-
hat.
Hi, I'm Peter from Live, but you're live on the camera there. So Brian, say hi.
Hi.
Do you come every day, Brian?
Hey,
Put the family fixtures I'm going to the doctor's for
Pop the family fixtures.
jab.
Fixtures and fittings, part of the furniture.
What makes you come back every day, Brian?
These lot.
Oh,
These lot, they're good, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're a credit to the community.
Right.
Marjorie, nice to meet you.
This is the credit to the
See you later. Right.
Credit to the community and beyond.
See you later, Barry.
Oh, you take care of yourself.
See you later.
Take care.
See you
When I
at the
get back,
doctor's.
look after
Bye-bye.
yourselves, both of you.
Do you know, I don't think we can go any further with that. We can end on that. Is there anything more you like to say?
Just that, like, we do what we do because we care.
Absolutely.
And I don't do it for the awards or for the attention. I do it because I want to make a difference. And there is and I say it to a lot of my customers, there's the story of the starfish, you could say, or the seahorse story. I think it's the starfish, and there's a little boy on the beach and he's frantically running to throw starfishes back in the sea. A man stops him and is like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm saving the starfishes." And the chap goes, "Well, there's miles and miles of beach, you're not going to make a difference." And he picks up one starfish and throws it in the sea and he went, "But I've just made a difference to that one."
Yeah, absolutely.
And that is pretty much how we
I've not heard
roll.
that before.
Yeah.
It's how we roll. If we're not looking to make a difference to thousands of people, but if we can make a difference to one person a day, then we're doing what we look to be doing, and we're winning.
That's
and
amazing.
as much as it stresses me out financially and I panic about the next bill and the next wage, I will still continue to do what I'm doing.
And with Blackpool being, there's lots of issues with mental health in Blackpool, so you are making a difference to people.
We collaborate massively with like counselling in the communities, because just down the road is Provision, Foul Kids Foundation, Solo Parents. We want to collaborate with lots of organisations to come together as a big community to basically to reach a wider community. So the ideas, we've already got the idea of like the work experience programme with learning needs and additional needs. We want to host evenings, because when we close at 3 o'clock, I've got a cafe sat there. We want to use it to its highest facility, so we will close on an evening and we'll do drop-in groups, we'll do, I want to do things like creative writing, creative poetry.
That's really good.
Anything to help with mental health, and the more organisations that collaborate, the more we're going to reach. We have set up a side of the business which is a CIC, so that we can look at getting funding, because obviously everything at the moment is coming out of the business account, and it's keeping that funding alive, because if anything was to happen,
you deserve funding. I mean, what you do is amazing. It's amazing.
I don't think any of us anticipated the impact, just what we would have on the area. The amount of people we average around sort of 45, maybe 50 meals a week going out that have been put on the Pay It Forward board.
Like, tell me about that.
So Pay It Forward is designed to help anybody in a vulnerable situation, whether they have an addiction, whether they are homeless, whether they are a family in crisis or an individual in crisis. We have a board which has stars on, and customers will come in and have a chat with me. I will make sure that they've got food bank information, if they need information about housing, if they need information about counselling. Make sure they're not in crisis, more importantly, as in a mental health crisis, and they'll get something to eat. Customers can donate to that board, businesses can donate to that board, and what we do ask is anybody that uses that board, respect it. You're allowed to use it up to 3 times a week, so you are getting something hot and something to drink. But when you do get a little bit of money, maybe put something back on them.
Absolutely.
Even if it's just a cup of tea back on the board, it then pays forward for somebody else.
Yes.
And that's been running since day one of us taking over, and
That is
it is
amazing.
huge.
Hiya, mate.
It's 2 of our lovely characters.
Hello.
Are you okay, Sketch? Yeah, good.
Coffee.
You've got your coffee. Thanks for being here, you know.
What coffee did you get?
Black coffee, I
A
don't
black
have
coffee.
sugar, I'm sweet enough.
Oh, there you go.
Is it nice? Nice and warm.
Thank you guys.
Have a lovely day.
Have a lovely day.
You take care of yourselves,
care of
alright?
Later.
All the best.
So we build up a relationship. I don't just give them a free drink or a free meal. I sit and I talk and I listen, and sometimes I will tell them off. And there's many occasions where I have gone, really, is that what you want to be doing? Is that how you want things to be? And you know, come on, we know you're better than that, and there's so much more you can be doing. And we've got some fantastic success stories from people that have used the board. That we've got a few that have just got their new first house and
turn the lives around with your help.
with the support and guidance.
Your help.
It's not, didn't you?
I've just reconnected Sketch with his daughter, and as much as I would like for me to say that everything's going to be hunky-dory with him, it's a tough week. We're in a vicious circle at the moment with him, but we do have our success stories of those that have turned their life around and have got work experience. And
It's amazing. It's amazing. Well, Sarah and Bill, thank you so much.
You and Joe for that place. It's so lovely.
I would love the post office building over the road. It's just sat there, and it's a huge two top floors are already in use. But downstairs is huge, and it would be fantastic if it could be
In a big
turned.
restaurant.
No, not even a
hotel?
restaurant. No, I sort of said it would be great if it could be turned into some sort of hub that can be used around mental health crisis. It could be used as your nearest mental health crisis is the hospital. So what is there in South Jordan, especially for those that don't have finances? So somewhere they can walk in and speak to somebody.
Yeah, get the help they need.
And not just mental health, but you know, education, budgeting, CAB. There's so much. It
could go, wasn't it, with education and all stuff like that.
there's so much.
So fascinating, really, what you can do.
Having on-call nurses or an on-call mental health practitioner that is there that can support drug and alcohol addiction and advice. I mean, in our toilets we're currently decorating the bathroom again, but we normally have information on mental health. We'll have Blackpool Teaching Hospitals talking therapies. We'll have information on local facilities. So it's all about letting customers know that they're not alone, that they can talk.
That's wonderful. Well, Sarah and Bill, thank you so
Not a
much
problem.
for today.
Thank you.
Thank you for agreeing to be interviewed.
I know.
Continue with the great work that you're doing for the community. And thank you again.